Today's video is all about the Badlands. Besides the Badlands, we've done the 1880s town to show you kind of about that and around that area. We also went out to Walls Drugs, show you that, and also the Harley dealer that's out there in the Badlands. So stay tuned all the way through. We're going to show you some great routes you can take. There's actually two. Other than just going down the 90, you can also go around the back way, and we're going to give you some maps, kind of show you where those are at, and see if you're interested in that. And then we're at the end, we're going to tell you about how long it took us to do all of this.
No, you got nothing.
We're just hanging out here waiting to eat at the gas station. He's the sheriff over there.
Yeah, it's the sheriff.
This guy here is the sheriff. Sheriff of Goat Town. Here's the original table, 1902, from the Buffalo Bills Irma Hotel. You can't really see, I don't know if you can see the picture very well, but it shows you it in the background. Bathhouse. Welcome, partner. You need a haircut?
Need a bath.
Gotta go around back to use the bathroom. Running water, towel and soap is 5 cents. Come on in and climb in the tub. Wells Fargo Express Company. Chamber pot there goes back to February 3rd of 1880. They have it documented. Actual props used in the movie. So let's give you a little bit of a rundown of what's going on here. So this is an 1880s town. A lot of the buildings that they have here were actually brought in from that era. There's a lot of things from the 1800s that you can see here. It's kind of worth it. You know, it was for normal price was $14 for per person. It's $12 for if you're over 62 or 63. So, you know, I kind of recommend it be something to do. If you're already coming out to the Badlands, you know, just take another little jog out here. I think it's about a 40-mile ride down to 90, so it's not too awful far. But it might be a nice way to end up your day. You know, today was a cool day. This is way before the rally's starting. We're actually at Monday of the first week of June, so not a lot of people here. They have a restaurant, but they had some plumbing problems that broke and didn't have the restaurant open today. Somebody threw a diaper down the toilet and stopped it all up, so they had to shut all the water off and I don't really know why they had to shut the water off unless it's in a main somewhere, but that's got nothing to do with the video. So it is kind of a neat place to check out and spend a couple hours. You know, you could do, you probably need a couple hours to kind of go through here. There's a lot of props from here, upstairs, downstairs, all kinds of neat stuff to see. But just one more thing to do when you come to the Black Hills for the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. Total distance here from Sturgis is 140 miles. But if you go to the Badlands, it's about 90 miles from Sturgis. Then you can kind of go through the Badlands and come out the backside. And then it's about 40 miles from there to the town. So just let me know if you guys want to do the extra ride, something extra to do, make it maybe a full day. Work out pretty good.
Searching soul, hurt and fire and ice. Raindrops, teardrops, a good old cry. Daytime and nighttime, the light makes me blind. Life leaves scars. You're the only one with access to the backstage of my heart. Will heal the broken parts. You walked this road before, and then I locked door to the backstage of my heart. No time, slow time, truth and denial. Homecoming, home, long and lost, then I'm found. Your hand, my hand, a burning desire. Sad smiles, sad eyes, leaving behind. Life leaves scars. You're the only one with access to the backstage of my heart. Will heal the broken parts. You walked this road before, and then I locked door to the backstage of my heart. Try to run or walk away, let's figure out a way to stay. There's a way for us to rise above.
And you got to watch out. Storms out here in South Dakota can come up really quick. So if you're on your bike, keep a sharp eye for that.
You're fuzzy. Sticky on
If some of you have been watching our channel for a while, you know that I'm not a big fan of any of this. Of Walls Drugs, of the Badlands. 1880 is the first time we went there. One thing, this just looks like a lot of tourist area. It's more of a tourist trap, I feel. You know, it's got all these little shops along here selling stuff. Oh, I still got there. Whole lot of shops selling stuff. Restaurants, there's some restaurants. There's the Badlands Saloon and Grill. Here's somebody that does wine and jewelry. Looks like jewelry more than wine. I guess the signs up there don't necessarily stand for what they're doing. If you've been watching the channel, you know, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, had a building that burned down. Right here. They didn't build nothing back yet. So it's still just a empty lot. They put a fence up so people can't see over it. Probably did because there was a drop-off. Maybe they had a basement or something there. But the day it burnt down, the next day they tore it down. It was just amazing how fast they, you know, didn't want to make an eyesore, I guess. There's a Harley store. Now, almost all the stores that you see in this area during the Sturgis rally is all owned by Black Hills Harley Davidson. So here's those maps. You can pick these up almost anywhere. And what they do is they show you all the great rides in the area. They also have them showing you quality, you know, how tough one ride is compared to another. It's a good idea, but when you get to town, you can almost find them everywhere. If you're in Sturgis, you can go to the Sturgis Chamber of Commerce, and they have them. So you can always get them there if worse comes to worse. Right now, the store is open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. And on Sunday, I think he said 10 to 5 or 10 to 4. But during rally, the hours will change. I think they said they're going to add probably an hour to it, but they still got to find help. You know, that's like everything else. It's hard to find good help. But we did pick up some shirts. They had some 50% off shirts there in the back. I got a couple sleeveless shirts, which I like to wear. And I got Tam a yellow shirt. She likes yellow for her new bike. So we'll see if she likes it. Yes, so this is the main entrance here of coming in. So I'll stick the video that I've already made on here to kind of show you this area.
One way you can go, if you're in Sturgis, you can kind of go out the back way. You can go out Bonacker Road, down in through Nemo, hit the 44 that goes through Deadwood, take the 44 all the way out to the Badlands, and you can go down, you can enter into their southeast entrance, I believe it's called, and go up through that way. Then you can go through part of the Badlands that way. Then you can go out to the 1880 town, come back and hit Walls Drug, then come back through the other half of the Badlands and go out the same way you came in down the 44, or you can just come up and do all the Badlands and then go home the 90. So a couple different ways. The longest way I got is a 6-hour ride there and back. And then when we went out there, and we spent probably about 2 hours at each place, so that was a total of 6 hours. So if you want to do it that way, that's a 12-hour day.
So just to kind of think about a little bit of this, so just going out to the Badlands from Sturgis, you're looking at about 90 miles if you go to the west entrance and come in. So what we did is a little different from what you might be thinking, is we actually came from the east down the 90. So we went ahead and hit the 1880s town first. Then it's about 40 miles from there to get to the east entrance. Got in there and went through there, then went down the Walls Drugs and then came back to Sturgis. So that's kind of the route that we did. So if you're coming from the east, we'd highly recommend taking that time. Now here, I'll give you a little secret. We had the truck and the RV and everything. We drug it all the way through the Badlands. That was not an issue. I had no problem. There's a lot of the turnouts that have places for RVs or trailers or big trucks to park. Couldn't get into all of them. Some of them were crowded and we couldn't get in, but I mean, we stopped at 3 or 4 of them. You could kind of see that in the video. So there's not a problem with if you want to do that. That's an option. That way you get it all out of the way. You don't spend all that time. Just like what Tam said, going through the parks, doing those 3, it took about 6 hours just to do that, not counting the time to get there and back. So just depending on what you want to do, once you see, we had a lot of people ask about the 1880s town. If you're a historic buff, if you'd like to know a little bit about history, a lot of those homes were brought from other locations in South Dakota and brought right there, and they're truly 1,800 homes. So that's kind of neat. They also had some stuff there from Dancing with the Wolves, some carriages and some different things like that. If you like that movie, there's a lot of that stuff out here in the Badlands to check out, or out here in the Sturgis Black Hills area. So that's kind of neat. So we just wanted to give you that option to where you could see all 3 in one day. Maybe you only want to do the Badlands, maybe you only want to go out to see Walls Drugs, but those are just some different options we gave you to where you can kind of take a quick look at all this. But one of the most exciting things, which we don't know if it's still going to happen during the rally here, is how green it was.
And how beautiful the Badlands were. We've been through the Badlands, and to us, we're being from Arizona, we see a lot of rocks and all the red rocks, and it's beautiful. If you've never seen that kind of thing, it's awesome to go to. But to us, it was like not a big deal. But this time, with all the greenery and the rocks were like all different kind of colors, it was amazing.
And typically the bison out there, every time we've gone out there, the bison is always out there just past the west entrance. So if you're coming in, it'll be on the left-hand side. Sometimes they're up in that field. A couple times we had a couple of them cross in front of us over the years. But I mean, they were pretty far away. I used the camera and was able to zoom in. So you could see them from a distance. You knew they were bison, but you really didn't know if, you couldn't go anywhere close to them. not like you would be in Custer State Park. And other than that, we did see a couple antelope and a couple other little things like that along there. But typically in the Badlands, we don't see a lot of animals out of all the trips
Prairie
that we've
dog,
gone
there's
out
some
there.
prairie dogs
But
out
it's
there.
definitely very important to stop at that visitor center. I have never been in there. It always was closed because of the pandemic the last couple of times we had, or we're always in a hurry. Definitely stop there. Spend you at least an hour looking around, which would add another hour to it. But I mean, they had a lot of archaeological finds in the state, also stuff they found there and stuff they found from all over. It is pouring down rain right now.
Yeah.
And we're actually here at Black Hills Harley. We're at their Sturgis office here in town. They totally remodeled it, and that video will be coming up soon, or maybe it already did come out, so you might want to check that out. So that will leave you right here because it is raining like cats and dogs. Oh, look, I've seen a dog bounce off my truck.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed the video and get out there to the Blacklands. Maybe catch it coming in or going out if you're coming from the East Coast and on the 90. Always a good idea. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Think about Patreon. Give us a big thumbs up and ring that bell for notifications. We'll see you on the next video.
There you go. And we're giving you all the information about the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally. So stay tuned and enjoy.
Ding.
Ding to the nation. That's if you hung around all the way to the end.
There you go. If you didn't, you missed it.